Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a brush declutter video. I just filmed an eyeshadow palette declutter and I figured, I don't know why, but the next logical category in my mind was brushes. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to show you the brushes that are on my desk that I use frequently and some not frequently. Then I actually have some brushes that I don't ever use that are in a drawer, so I can probably get rid of some of those. But if you guys want to see the brush declutter, then just keep watching. And these are the two containers that I use frequently for makeup brushes. I got these little buckets from the dollar spot. There's a gold one, pink one. They have these seasonally. They're super cute. And then that's just like an old base. So I'm going to take out all of the eye brushes and then go from there. I think that's easiest, right? These are the brushes that I use almost every day. I have two of the Wet n Wild crease brushes. I love these. This is one of my absolute favorite brushes. Those are definitely staying. This is the Wet n Wild fluffy brush from the brush set that they released for the holidays, but I believe these are available individually now. I love this brush. It's so soft. This is a Beauty Junkies oval shader brush. I like this for packing on color. This is these two are both ColourPop brushes. They don't have names or numbers on them, but I like these for blending, packing on color, more of the same. The Morphe M330 is one of my favorite blending crease brushes ever. And then the Beauty Junkies crease brush is another really great crease brushes are my favorite. I'm just gonna say this is a tapered blending brush from Beauty Junkies, and this is a Juvia's Place sort of tapered blending brush as well, and I love all of these. These are all staying because, as I've said 100 times already, crease brushes are my favorite. Fluffy crease brushes, blending brushes, they're my absolute favorite, and I do use all of these. This is another Juvia's Place. This is a little smaller than the other one I just showed. This is a Luxie, what is this? A tapered blending brush. These are very nice quality brushes as well. This is a Delium Tools brush, which I don't use that often, and I don't know why, because it feels very nice. This is a Moda crease brush, another one that I don't use a ton, but it's a little bit larger, so I like to have that option. And then this is a Mirabelle eye blending brush, and this is a really nice one. I think this came in a BoxyCharm, but it's like a very sturdy feeling brush. Now we have these guys are from Moda as well. This is from their mystical unicorn set, whatever. These are like larger eye brushes than I typically use. They're very like big and fluffy, but I do like them, and so I'm going to keep these. Like shader brushes, and I don't love this one, but I'm going to keep it because it's a little more dense and firm, and sometimes I want that, but usually I like a little bit softer, more pliable shader brush. This is sort of a, what are you? This is just a really small detail brush, and I don't have many like that, so I'm keeping that one. These are eyeliner brushes, and I'm going to keep this one, this one, this one, and actually I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is from Scone. I don't think I've ever used that one. I want to keep the Real Techniques ones. I'm gonna get rid of this one, which is from Sita. I don't think I've ever used that. And this is a Beauty Junkies, and it's very thin, so I want to keep that one. My daughter is talking to herself, so she's fine. This is a dome brush, and it's shaped differently than these other two, so I want to keep this one. This is from Crown, and I can get rid of that guy. I don't ever use him. And this is Royal and Langnickel, and I don't really have a lot of small kind of detail brushes like this, so I want to keep that guy. This one from Real Techniques, I don't really ever use, so I'm going to get rid of him. These are lip brushes, and these are the only 3 lip brushes that I own. These two are from Royal and Langnickel, and this is from, I don't know, some brand, but it's like a travel, like a purse one, so I want to keep that guy. This one is a concealer brush, I think, but I actually use it for packing on color, so I'm going to keep him. This is a small Bare Essentials brush, and it's so soft, but I don't really need to keep this one, so I'll probably get rid of that guy, and it's got a short handle. These are from Luxie, and they're more crease brushes and blending brushes, and I know I don't need them, but seriously, you guys, these are my favorite types of brushes. This I don't really want to get rid of because it's a very nice soft brush, but I'm not really sure like what to do with it. It's just like a pointed, I'm not really sure like what do I do with this brush. This is another from the Wet n Wild set, and I love Wet n Wild brushes. This is a Modern Minerals, I'm gonna get rid of this guy. This is from Real Techniques, and this is actually really great for applying cream eye products, and it's very wide, like, you know, so I'm gonna keep that guy. And this is another from Royal & Langnickel. It's like that Juvia's Place one. I don't really know what to do with this. One from Mally, and it's got a little bit shorter handle, but I'm keeping it. And this is a Morphe M139, and guess what? I'm keeping it. I know, I'm the worst. I know. Oh, you know what? These are two more lip brushes. This is an oval lip that I'm going to get rid of, and then this is one from an unlisted brand. I'm going to keep that one. This one is from Elizabeth Mott. It's an all-over shadow brush. I don't really need that guy. This is an e.l.f. crease brush, and this is very small, but I feel like I have one that I could use in this place, so I'm gonna pass that one on. This is a Coastal Scents brush. It's very soft. I'm gonna keep them. I'm the worst. I'm so the worst. These are two from IT Cosmetics, and I love IT Cosmetics brushes, so I'm definitely keeping those. This one is for a smoky eye, and I don't really ever use this, so I'm gonna get rid of that guy. That's from Royal & Langnickel, and it's a very nice brush, but I just don't ever use it. This is one from Beauty Junkies. It's a Pro Blending Brush. I like this, but it's not my favorite, but I'm gonna keep it. This is one from Coastal Scents. It's very large, and I never use it, so I'm gonna get rid of that guy. And this is a flat definer from Beauty Junkies, and I'm going to keep that because I don't have any flat definer brushes. Alright, so I just filmed this section of this video, and my camera wasn't recording, so we're gonna do this again. Spoiler alert, these are the ones I'm getting rid of. I'm actually going to keep this one. This is a Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm going to keep it for applying face masks, but I don't like these types of brushes for applying foundation, but I do love them for face masks, so I'm going to keep it, but not as a makeup brush. This is one from SL Miss Glam. I just never use this brush, so I'm going to get rid of this guy. This is a blush brush from Vasanti, and it's just a little small for my preference. This is a Morphe M500, and the bristles just don't feel as soft as they used to, so I'm going to pass this on. This is an e.l.f. Like contour brush. I think I used it once and I didn't really love it. This is an RC Cosmetics Kabuki brush, and it's very soft, but it's a little bit too like spongy for me. I like a little more dense Kabuki brush, so I'm going to pass this one on. And then also this e.l.f. blush brush. I just don't really love the shape of this one. This is the Bare Minerals Perfecting Face Brush. The head is too small for my preference, and then also the well is very deep, so I feel like way too much product goes in here, so I don't like this brush. This is one from BH Cosmetics. It's a massive fan brush, and to be very honest, I just like don't know how to use it. Like, what do you use this size brush for? I don't get it. And then these two Kabuki brushes. This, I don't know where this one is from, but I don't ever use Kabuki brushes like this, so I'm going to pass these on. You know what? I was going to keep these, but I don't use them, so I'm going to pass these on. These are the Moda paddle brushes. They're beautiful, and I want to keep them just because they're so pretty, but I just don't ever use these. So I'm going to pass these two on. I'm going to keep the smaller two. This guy I like for concealer, and I like this one for kind of the same thing, but I'm going to keep these two and pass the other two on. This is a Moda chisel brush, and you know what, I'm going to get rid of this one too because I just don't use this type of brush. These are concealer brushes, and I'm going to keep these because I like these small concealer brushes. There's one from IT Cosmetics, Luxie, and this one's from Tarte. I actually feel like this would be really good for applying cream shadows as well. I have two small fan brushes, one from So Susan and one from Real Techniques. And I feel like these are different enough in density and size that I want to keep both of them. So I'm going to. This is a small contour brush from Luxie Beauty. I don't use it a ton, but I want to have a small contour brush in my collection. And I like this brush and this brand. This is just a backup flat top kabuki. This is from Coastal Scents, and I like this one because it's very dense. This one's from Sephora, and it's not my favorite, but I like the size and the shape of it, but the bristles I just don't really love. This one is from, I believe, Hakuhodo. It is, it came in the Beautylish Lucky Bag last year, and not gonna lie, a good chunk of me wants to keep it just because it's super expensive. I use it, but not like every day. This brush I'm 100% keeping because it's Lisa Frank. I don't really like the blush brush itself. It's okay, but I'm keeping it because it's Lisa Frank. This is a Real Techniques sculpting brush, and I want to have this size. And then this is the Wet n Wild one, and I want to keep this one for the like narrower sculpting. This is a Coastal Scents, I think it's a bronzer brush, and that's kind of what I use it for. Like, it's a big fluffy brush. This is my only stippling brush, and it's the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. I like this for cream blush in the like summertime. And then this is a big old brush from Tarte. It's very dense, and I like this for just kind of melding everything together in my face. Eco Tools. I love this brush. It's so soft, and I love how giant it is. This is one from Wet n Wild, and this is one from Moda. Keeping those. This is a small blush brush, and I don't really like this for blush, but I use this for setting under my eyes sometimes. This is a Juvia's Place brush, and I guess it's sort of the same as that Wet n Wild one. I think it's a setting brush. I'm not really sure. I haven't really used this for anything, so I want to use it first before I decide if I want to keep it or not. But I do know that it's very soft. These are blush brushes. My absolute favorite is the IT Cosmetics, so I'm definitely keeping that. But I don't really think I've used this one, so I want to try that guy. This is the Wet n Wild one. It's very nice. I want to keep that. This is one from e.l.f. It's not my favorite, but I like that it's a little bit pointed. And then this is one from Moda, which is so incredibly soft. I just want to pet this one. My favorite kabuki brush is the Beauty Junkies kabuki brush. Absolutely keeping that. This I use for highlighting, and as well as this Real Techniques. This is actually a setting brush, but I like it for highlighting, and this is one from Wet n Wild. I do love this Wet n Wild angled kabuki brush. The well in it isn't quite as deep as the one in the Bare Minerals brush, and I like that a lot better. And then this is nice for pouncing around concealer and blending it. Alright, so I think that this is okay. The truly extra brushes that I still want to keep are all in one now. And these are the ones that I use all the time. I know I have a lot of eye brushes. Eye brushes are my favorite. I'm not even going to apologize. Now let's go to the like backup extra drawer. Alright, we already know how I feel about these Wet n Wild crease brushes. I know. I'm still keeping them. Same for the Morphe M330. I love this brush, and I'm keeping it. This is a pencil brush, and I can probably get rid of this. I don't really ever use this. This is a mini baby spoolie and liner or brow brush from IT Cosmetics, and I only want to keep this because of the tiny spoolie. I think that's really interesting, so I'm going to keep him. This is a brush from an Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. I'm going to get rid of this one. This is one from Delium Tools that I've actually not tried, and I just need to bust this out and try it. I got this at IMATS a couple years ago. These are all lashes, and honestly, I don't ever wear lashes. These are the Perfectly Glamorous. I'm going to get rid of those. This is clear lash glue. I'm going to keep one set, so I do want to keep the glue. These are 53s. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to keep the 110s. These two brushes from Revlon, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. I just didn't love them at all. They weren't very comfortable to use, so I'm going to get rid of those guys. This Wet n Wild stippling brush, it's just way too floppy, and I don't love it. So I'm getting rid of that one. This is a little baby e.l.f. blending brush. I kind of want to keep this one because it's small. That's why I'm going to. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. I like this enough to keep it. I don't use it all the time, but I do like it enough to want to keep it. This is a dual fiber blending brush, as is this guy. And I'm going to keep the Real Techniques because it's a little more dense. This is another giant fan brush that I have no idea how to use. Tell me how to use this. I don't get it. Like, am I dumb? It's very soft. These two blush brushes, this is the e.l.f. blush brush. I don't need that one. And this is the Wet n Wild blush brush. It's very soft, but again, it's a little too like floppy and loose for me. This is a kabuki brush from Pure. It's very soft. It feels very nice, but the head is just a little too small for me, and it's not quite dense enough. This is a blush brush from Morphe. This is the G4, and I'm going to keep this guy. This Wet n Wild kabuki brush I am also going to pass on. It's just not my favorite. This is the Luxie tapered highlighting brush. I do like this one. I don't know why this is in the drawer actually, but I'm going to keep that. These Real Techniques Bold Metals brushes are beautiful, but I don't like this blush brush. I don't want to get rid of the brush though because it was so expensive. So I'm going to keep it. This is a Delium Tools. I don't even know what you're supposed to do with this brush. It's freaking huge. I think this would be another that is really good to apply skincare with, like massive amounts of skincare. I don't know what you would use this for face. It's huge. This is the dual fiber contour brush from Real Techniques. I'm going to keep this because I feel like this would also be good for setting. And then this is the powder brush from Real Techniques, and I do like this one. It's just very dense. I like it. This is a little brush from Sonia Kashuk. It's a mirror that and I don't ever use it, so I love the idea, but I don't ever use that. Yay, all my extra brushes fit in here now, and then I just have a couple eyelashes. This is what we're getting rid of. That's not too bad. I know I kept a lot of eye brushes. I'm going to pass these on to family or friends if they want them. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What is your favorite eye brush? What is your favorite face brush? Let me know. Please leave any video suggestions in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye! Hey, 2 of my nails are painted, Mary. You so excited?